Welcome back, ladies and gents, to the SA DPC First Division, where we shall continue with our final series of the day. We have Epulze Kings going up against SG Esports, and we already had this kind of theme going on today. We might be seeing a potential day of upsets. Let's see if that is the magic that's going to be unfolding here today with Astini and Bowie here at the panel. Good to see you, gents. Bowie continuing. Astini, a new fresh face for today. I think you must be feeling very happy. I can see a bit of a smile on your face after that victory with Hokori.
Man, I'm extremely happy. I cannot lie. That it's on my face, right? It feels so good to finally win. Like, we were 0-3. We played really good teams beforehand, and having a win against Infamous, that's a team we respect a lot. It means so much.
I was thinking that Bowie had some thought on that, but you must be feeling, like you said, you've already had some pretty difficult opponents to face up against, and now you can finally start opening with your potential win streak, going straight up 2-0. So did you get a chance to talk with the boys after the game? How were they feeling?
I just heard them celebrating on Discord. I wrote them congratulations, talked a bit, but they were just celebrating. And I had to hop in the panel really fast. So I just guys, I need to have dinner, but enjoy. You really deserve it. It's like the result of the hard work we've been putting in the last month. So not congratulations for today. Today is just the result of a long-term. I know it's a short-term work still, but it's something that we started 1 month ago.
It's important that now you can get on track with the wins, and time to go to our next series. So SG versus Epulze Kings, which is going to be our final, actually, before Christmas break. So it kind of feels a bit sad because there's not going to be more Division 1 Dota this year. This is basically the last game to end the year, Bowie.
And I mean, since we were talking about Hokori, this match actually has some pretty big implications for teams like Hokori and Lava that are 1 and 3, right? Because if SG does lose this series, it kind of solidifies their last place and could allow, Hokori and Lava to fight here. Whereas if SG wins, then it's a tie and things get super scary for everyone.
Yeah, potentially a big storyteller here. I wanted to talk about SG, a couple things that I kind of did my research on. Valky, who was not the member of the Binamistas roster, which was who got second place in the second part of DPC on the previous season. He was playing with Latam Defenders, and then he joined in the team. What do you think Valky brings to the team when you already have 4 people who know how to play together? They've already been together for quite a long time, and then you bring Valky in. What does he bring to the team? Can you tell me something about this guy?
I actually want to ask Hastini because he might know something that I don't hear. But I feel like with the changing offlaner from Epulze King of Kings, it didn't really feel like something that they wanted to add Valky, but they had to because he left for Fúria Jovem. Did they actually kick him, or do you know anything about that?
As far as I know, he left because he wanted to take some time off of the team, and they wanted to keep practicing. So I believe it was his decision to leave. And
I think that answers the question at the end of the day.
He had Mandy on the other side, and he's good friends with him, and he was excited maybe to try something new. So they went for Valky.
Yeah, it seems like he was the piece that was missing for Epulze. I don't know why I mentioned SG, but yeah, Epulze was the team I was going for here. Their guys, Benny and Mini, have been going up with some pretty crazy statistics so far. Like Benny, highest GPM at 801, highest in the entire Division 1, and also Mini with the highest kill average of 11.29. How does this kind of adapt? Like if we start to talk about the upcoming draft and this series especially, do we look for high kill tempo control heroes, or are we just aiming towards late game like Hokori did with their last 2 games in the previous series?
I personally really see King of Kings like a crazy team. If they can, they will play higher tempo. Sometimes they play high tempo even with drafts that shouldn't be that high tempo, and sometimes that's a problem to them, honestly. So I do expect, you see Mini just diving towers and Valky just playing some Legion Commander for his Monkey King, and that's usually how I see them. But that's kind of how SG plays too. I feel like overall none of these teams seem very prone to just like farming a lot, which is kind of how most of the like best teams are playing.
Right.
I agree with Bowie. I believe it's gonna be a bloodbath. Those games that you see like 20 minutes on and you have 30 kills or even more. Just crazy though. Some overextends that you might doubt if it really worked or no. But very aggressive dotes. And meanwhile, Benny's gonna be farming. That's what I feel most likely because Benny, as you mentioned, has I guess the biggest GPM, so he's definitely farming and getting kills that are around the areas he's farming. But arms, he can play more actively. So you might have like 5 heroes from SG trying to fight into 4 from King of Kings, which will mean SG is expected to try to play a faster game than King of Kings to put pressure on them.
Yeah, I agree. The problem I feel sometimes with SG is that they try to play super fast, but sometimes it feels like they're creating space for no one because like you have arms just going carry tiny, buying blink dagger first item, just going ham. But at the end of the day, like you either need to convincingly win the early game and just capitalize on that advantage, or else you might fall flat a little bit. I do feel like King of Kings is the favorite though. These guys, they improve so much. Like out of any Brazilian team, I have never seen a group of players that improved as much as these guys have because they came from like qualifying to Division 2 to then to Division 1, and I felt like they would be a little shaky, but they are really, really good. I'm super impressed with them.
They've been on a good roll for sure, and let's see if they can keep it up. But one crazy finding I did actually do. So even if Hokori hadn't killed a single Roshan before last series, SG hasn't played a single map on Radiant.
Yeah.
So far. So that's something that kind of struck my mind. Is it something that they plan out? They're not willing to play? Is it that they're always picking Dire? We're not like I'm not sure if that's the case for them in the coin toss. Are they not even willing to pick Radiant? Is there something to it?
Yeah, that's super weird to look at because they have first and second pick on Dire, which definitely means they're choosing Dire over Radiant.
Yeah.
And that goes the other way on what we were talking, that they're supposed to play fast. Because if you're playing fast, you want to play Radiant. So you have easier access to the Roche. On that Roche fight, you're farming both the top jungle and your triangle. And yeah, they're picking like Ursa, some heroes that you want to play fast. And if you're Dire, then you're looking more into the late game, wave control, shoving the bot lane. So it's kind of weird. I don't know what's behind that decision.
Yeah, I feel like they do that, and they also like it's not even like they also play for late game that much. The way they've been playing is always like super fast, as Tini said. So maybe you could see them actually going Radiant one time. I would love to see that. It felt like a lot of times they didn't really had any Roche potential as well, or Roche scouting. Their drafts, in my opinion, were the biggest problem. Like it's not even their gameplay. It feels like they just have these heroes that everyone is comfortable with, but it doesn't. I didn't feel at least that there was a huge or like an actual strategy behind what they're going for. They're just looking for comfort, but not necessarily synergy.
Yeah, they have like the TA on KXY, which is extremely good. And then you have like Arms on the Ursa. He loves to play those aggressive lane heroes that are supposed to win your lane, Snowball. But when you match both, you have two heroes that need Aegis to play Dota 2. So it seems like they are not on the same page as a team, even like from draft, which makes the game really hard to play.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams. If you're looking at the entirety of Division 1, of how many times they've played Radiant, how many maps have they actually won through Radiant. Like, fun fact, for example, there are 3 teams who've only played Radiant so far. Team Magma, 15 times. Team Tickles, 9 times. Entity, 9 times. All 100%. But let's see if they did pick Radiant for themselves, because we have a draft ready. So let's jump into that. And SG is on the Dire side.
Okay.
Such a huge build-up for it.
I'm okay. I do like this Monkey King band though. I really feel like King of Kings, they have this very like these very specific picks on the, because Monkey King is kind of popular, but they do play mid a lot of times. Mini is a god. And I also feel like they play Invoker really well. So usually when I see teams doing well versus King of Kings, those are two heroes that are very often banned. We'll see if they go for the Weaver.
Yeah, King of Kings, they have so many comforts. Like you have the Trent also from Nuages or Elder Titan. They play like 2 or 3 different heroes that they can achieve the same thing. Like ET, Trent, both of them are lane winners. If you have Monkey or Invoker, the way that Mini plays, he plays very aggressive. He does a lot of rotations in the map. Usually they have Valky on Mars if it's not banned, but they ban Mars themselves. And SG, they steal the Trent.
Interesting. Have they? I don't think they have played Trent so far, if I'm not mistaken. And that does mean the Invoker is going to be given away?
I can confirm that is no pick for them, but it is a block pick because there's 4 picks of Treant Protectors in the first phase, 1 in the second phase for Apu Kings. So you're right about that, but we do get a lot more. The Invoker Snapfire. What do you think about this as a duo starter?
10 seconds remaining.
Seems legit good because Snapfire you have the armor reduction on rolls, you get some team fight, repositioning, Invoker with alacrity. So the way they like to play, that they have like Benny on a ultra hard carry, they already have tools to buff him. Feels good.
Yeah, you have 2 ways to enable the carry. They're playing Roche, which means they have easy control of Roche with 2 heroes that will allow them to take Roche fast. We're probably going to see a Solar Crest early on the Snapfire. It's already looking really solid. Like, I don't mind the SG approach. I am a little scared though. Like, I wonder how good they're playing this Treant, because sure, you're denying the pick, but you have to execute on the same level of King of Kings, which I actually feel like they do a really good job at playing that Treant. The Kunkka is just the lane counter versus Invoker. It's also a flex for the carry, so they do keep that flex open, although I feel like it's just going to be mid Kunkka.
And feels good to have KXY on a hero that he can farm. He can be like this semi-carry type. And seems like they were prepared because they insta-locked the Kunkka, so they knew that King of Kings, without the Monkey, it was sure they would pick the Invoker. So they seem prepared. The question is like, are you prepared because you practiced this before, or you just imagine the draft? Because like the only team you can play against that's gonna first phase Invoker is King of Kings themselves.
For sure. I mean, they do, like, I'm honestly very impressed with the way Mini plays this Invoker, because there's a reason not everyone first phases Invoker. It's that usually doesn't seem that good. Mini, he is amazing at the hero. I think the approach is fine for SG. Let's see how this Treant Protector will unfold. Usually when you see this Treant, you want a hero like Medusa or a hero that just, wants to jungle early so that you hold the towers and you give just a lot of space for that hero. As long as they can give Arms that guy, I think it's fine. The problem is, as Astini talked about, Arms usually plays kind of higher tempo. So can they still execute if he's playing this kind of AFK bot farming?
And another interesting thing to see is that King of Kings, they target LTH. Like, the guy is very famous for playing 2 heroes, Dark Willow and Hoodwink. He played just Dark Willow, Hoodwink, and Snapfire on the DPC, so for sure, they will need to pick a hero that he didn't play yet on the DPC, and he's like the youngest player in the team, like the new one to competitive, so it might be interesting, that choice, to target him and see them playing out of their comfort zone.
What about a Mirana here? You get the X combo, you get the a hero that can stack Ancients, rotate to the mid lane.
Yeah,
Seems
not a bad idea. You see it being picked up quite a lot when you have the Kunkka, no matter if you're playing it in the off lane, mid lane, safe lane, like Eastern Europe especially, they love playing carry Kunkka. They still would go for a Mirana because they know they have a good setup for the X mark. So yeah, it would make sense. I would like it.
The only problem I see is that they have some pretty beefy boys, so it's not that easy to kill the supports even with the arrow combo. But I feel like Mirana is usually a hero that every position 4 can play. There's it's not like an Earth Spirit. So
Yeah,
if he
yeah.
feels like his hero pool is being attacked, could be an easy hero for him to play.
Yeah, targeted for sure.
And since he just played like the ranged heroes, that's like his. You have the farming routes of carries, and you have like the route of rotations of the position 4. So he always works very hard on stacks, and they need those stacks for Kanka, I'd say. So a ranged hero here would feel so good, and you don't need something like a lion or shaman because you are not playing against a spirit.
Okay, they go Doom.
All right, so that's going to be the first Grimstroke pick for SG. They haven't picked it so far at all. Potential double Doom combo. I kind of like the synergy he has with the rest of the squad, but still, beefy boys and Apu Kings, they got a lot of buffs with this Ogre, and I feel like I before you guys were even allowed to say anything, because I'm going on a long monologue here, but I'm thinking Medusa was one of those potential late game heroes you want to put with Snap Ogre, Invoker. You talked about the Alacrity, potential Solar Crest, attack speed buff from Bloodlust. It's like a no-brainer.
Yeah. It really is a Benny type of hero. He likes the gyrocopters, the Deuces. I really like the draft. You have good lanes, you have comfortable heroes, a really good way to get Roche, and provided they get that, it's really easy to play Medusa. Just take all the other towers, get second Roche, win the game. On SG, I do feel like they're kind of tied on cooldowns, and they also don't have a lot of tower taking, so I wonder how much pressure you're going to be able to put on a Medusa when you're running a Doom that probably wants to go Midas,
Yeah, they have the tools to defend towers with Trent, Kanka, Greenstroke with the Clear Wave, but they would need to play very disciplined Dota, which they haven't so far, so they really need an improvement on gameplay if they want to run that draft. Also, Greenstroke Doom, I don't like it that much, because I think it's so hard to use both together. I guess sometimes having a Greenstroke makes your Doom play worse, because he's looking for that double Doom, and he dies without using Doom on the team fight. So you need, like, I don't know, an Earth Spirit, Monkey, a hero that's gonna jump with Inkswell to really justify the pick of Greenstroke. Maybe PA.
Yeah, I usually like Doom Greenstroke way more when you're against a melee carry in the lane. Obviously, they did pick Doom before the Dusa, but I feel like it's kind of, especially against, you have like 2 slows, 2 stuns on the Ogre and the Snapfire. It's not that easy to just close the gap on the Dusa with the Inkswell and your Inferno Blade. So we'll see how much pressure they can put on the Dusa. Now they have to pick the Arms hero, unless this is a Kanka. But I don't think they get much out of the flex if they don't have less pick. And they go Terror Blade.
Okay. So that's also their first TB pick.
What do you think, Assini?
It's decent against the Dusa. I was thinking on like Illusion heroes and how they could pull that off. And
yeah,
makes sense, but King of Kings, they didn't show their position 3 yet, so they can just go with heroes that clear those illusions. They can go with Darkseer, which is open and very strong against the TB. Another enabler for Dusa. He can go like Bungo and have the Perma Control and Disarm. There are tools here for King of Kings to answer with.
Yeah, I think also, I always feel a little bit scared when I see Terrorblade versus Snapfire. It's so easy for them to just like stun into the kisses, and until TB has BKB, you just die so easily. They have no saves, but that's a little scary. What is a good lane here against the Terrorblade? I guess like Brew is sometimes picked.
Never mind on Pango, there's Greenstroke.
Yeah, Grimstroke counts as the Pango, that's true. Usually when you go up against TB, like I'm a big TB fan, you hate against SK Rubik. That's like the worst lane you can ever go up against because you just get blown up by magical damage. But would you go Sand King here?
Sand
King Snapfire is kind of it's a very weird off-lane duo because you don't really see them play together.
I mean, it's not bad, honestly. It's okay. I do feel like there might be a better option, though. I'm trying to...
Centaur? Oh, wait, he's banned.
It's banned. It is
There's a
bad.
hero that's bad against TB, but just works with the lineup of Kings. That's like Beastmaster, Lycan, a hero like this. I know it's not good against TB, but you're just gonna do Roche and run at them at the towers, and having that fast siege that the hero offers.
Yeah, that's actually a good point, because when you think about Apple Kings, if they need to make space for Medusa, if they need to get Medusa online faster, the best way to do it is shut down TB's game. So Beastmaster would be nice in that way.
I actually want to see an Underlord. I feel like you have these big cooldowns on the Metamorphosis and the Doom, and if you just have a hero that can reset the fight and abuse the meta and the Doom cooldowns, and it's actually pretty decent, like having the Firestorm versus TB, but they go Beast.
Okay.
All right. I mean, their 5-man is insane on Apple King of Kings. They also have Roche. Considering the way they've been playing in their draft, it just feels like they have an amazing draft.
And you can. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
You can play the Beastmaster with Access on that lane, actually, because you can break the trees of Trent, and you just remove 80% of the impact of the hero. So you don't need to rely on your summons for the laning phase. And of course, then you level up the summons to clear jungle, control their jungle, and help with Roche. So seems like a very solid draft and very easy to execute from King of Kings. And the draft of SG can work, but they would need like 9 out of 10 Dota skills, and they've shown so far not that much.
All right. What I'm kind of looking at is there's so much attack speed on the other side for Apple Kings. They can get this Medusa up and running pretty fast and pretty soon, because if she goes for like an early damage item, she's already got like the backup with the stuns and the buffs that the team provides. Does that leave much of a chance here for SG? Because like you said, you would need to play like a 9 out of 10 Dota here to actually have a chance and maybe even win this game. We've seen some good TBs, but is it enough in this game?
I mean, can always win, right? But I think they're just allowed less mistakes as SG. If you give away Roches, if you don't really play disciplined, like it's just going to be really easy for them to use a couple of spells on the side of SG, and then they just go into Roche because they know there's not going to be any answer.
Are you guys both leaning into the direction of Apu Kings here with this draft? Like, are we looking at a 1-0? Like, you feel like we're a unanimous panel here at some point. It feels like it.
I mean, their draft is so good. Like, it plays itself.
Yeah, and both me and Bowie being Brazilians, and like it's kind of Brazilian duo. We kind of know the players and how they can play the heroes, so it feels really like King of Kings.
That mini Invoker, you're gonna see some things. He's really good at it.
Yeah, they're definitely looking pretty hot here, but somebody else is also looking pretty hot. We have a pretty crazy good-looking casting duo as well, prepared and ready and waiting to take this one over. 2 heart-melting personalities. You could almost think that they're the Chandler and Joey of Dota. It's Lyrical and Trent.
Wow, thank you so much, T-Panda, and the wonderful panel we got there. Trent, which one are you? Are you Joey or are you Chandler?
We didn't figure that one out yet. Not
Okay.
sure. Yeah, I think I don't know that much about the show. I'll be real with you. I'm gonna.
Oh
lean
God,
on...
it does not hold up. It's really bad. But I think you're probably Chandler. I don't know. I could see that happening. The Chan man, as they say.
I'll take it.
I don't know if they actually say
I
that.
think
We
they
got
had
to pause
a duck
first.
at some point. Yeah, we got to pause, guys. No panics here. All right.
They had a duck and a
actually,
chicken, actually.
This is good. I can read you guys my train of thought that I was spewing during the draft.
Okay.
It said, "Woo woo." This is my messages to Lyrical. Give Sniper. It's coming. Centaur, Legion, Night Stalker banned. Go go go. Pew pew. Expletive you, Apu. Because then they banned Sniper, and I was upset. And then I said Beastmaster wins this game, and then they picked Beastmaster. So Apu are going to win this game because I think the Beastmaster. As Panel pointed out, it's not necessarily the greatest lane, but I also see Grim and a tree, so you don't have the support answer to Beastmaster already.
Right.
And then the mid game is where Beastmaster just like takes over the map that Terrorblade is trying to farm all over.
Well, and I think that we've seen time and again, this hero still has like such a tremendous high stock just for what he provides in both the laning stage and the early aggression. And I gotta say, it felt to me, all right, I kind of want to get your opinion. When I see Grim Doom, I often think, damn, that's hella strong. They're going to be able to rock everybody sucks. And then it's scary, right? But when you take it in like that second phase and like the only other combo that you really have with it is a Kunkka, I'm a little bit worried about SG's draft, like having, you know, this one combo that's really good, but then like does the rest of the team, the rest of the heroes like fit within that style? Because the only person that feels like he's going to be doing anything is KXY playing on this Kunkka here.
Yeah, they don't have the secondary Inkswell helper, as you're
Right.
kind of saying. That's definitely what I like. I love it when you have a second support that can really abuse it. Like we used to see
a
Liquid.
Weaver.
Yeah, Liquid Weaver was the classic, where it just felt like so strong to utilize. Whereas, yeah, he basically is just going to Inkswell the Doom all the time. And if you hit that cool combo where he like goes in, Inkswell Explosion, double Doom on people, you're probably going to win some fights. That would be pretty good. But it's not free.
Absolutely. And also they're trying to doom a Medusa here, which, you know, it's not necessarily the greatest thing in the world. Man, taking a lot of damage there to start. The punches coming from Benny. We have seen also, you know, the mid matchup, getting a lot of hype from a couple of our panelists about this mini Invoker. Obviously, an incredibly tough matchup that we've seen on some of the biggest stages in the world of Kunkka versus Quaswex Invoker. So we'll see how Mini is able to adjust to that lane that sometimes can be a bit of a tough matchup.
Yeah, Mini was one of the most exciting players that I had the pleasure of like essentially meeting and learning about by doing all of the SA coverage last year. And Mini Puck, Mini Invoker, this is definitely his most famous one and was often banned versus them. You just like straight up, that's why they're taking it first phase, because otherwise they're not going to get it.
Right.
And yeah, it's very fun. He wins games solo, he throws games solo. He's a great player to watch. Big fan.
All right. Well, Trent, I don't want to burst your bubble, but Oakley is kind of struggling here on the old Beastmaster at the moment. 2 and 3 has always been able to get. Granted, we also saw one round of CS also coming from Snapfire here, who did actually, I was looking at the names and changed up. I think that this was Jupiter previously. But
yeah, I think he
Haynes.
still even has the Twitter. So
Yeah. Maybe just looking for a new look for himself. But regardless, Haynes 666.
I mean, I think he's still Jupiter everywhere else. So you can go nuts. I think he's also just Jupiter.
All right, I'm taking it.
Yeah, I mean, it's early levels. You know, it was a meta. They meta really early. Got some pretty good punish with Valky in the tree line. So the initial assets were a little bit rough, but I'm sure they'll be able to stabilize up here. Snap, starting with a little Shredder as well, kind of limits your like aggression. Your harass is a little bit better, but that means at level 2 you don't have Cookie and Scatterblast. So Widge is getting way more done in this lane than I would have expected. His first Nature's Grasp did so much damage to Valky, and now he's bullying back Jupiter as well. So props to Widge.
Yeah, and he's like, all right, guys, listen, this tree's hitting too hard. I need to pause, take a moment, reflect on some choices, because that was a quick blow up there. Jupiter definitely taking the hands of the tree man. And I'm kind of interested. You can see already the 19 and 3 for the Kunkka versus Mini, who's only at 12 and 1. But as often happens with Invoker, it's much more about that like mid-game timing when these stuff start to look better. And they've already blocked out his small camp, which hasn't been scouted or dealt with or anything. So KXY not going to have that nice little injection of gold that we often see for Kunkkas in the mid lane.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising he's got... Oh, and he's got the deny, too. Nice. That hurts. So that puts him like 2 XP shy of level 4 as well. What a gamer. Dude, he's getting mad denies.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, still got some decent right click coming from Mini, but it's not easy. Cold Snap. This is the EMP as well. Pretty frustrating to deal with.
Oh, but I know this one because Tiebringer doesn't take mana.
Ah, yes.
That's a good one. It's quality.
DH throws out a little bit of an ink swell to force back the pressure that was coming their direction. Taking the heal creep in the mana order. Mana aura. Oraiko. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen this one used a little bit recently. I mean, it's comical as hell. I mean, look at him.
Is he right clicking or is he casting a spell?
And
Hard to tell.
LTH is like, yes, dude. I'm just going to spam non-stop. 2 mana regen? Hey,
That's kinda
just
crazy.
Courier.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, how frustrating.
And not what you want to see. But so far, so good. SG looking better out of the lanes, that's for sure. And, you know, as much as we were talking great things about that draft, if you come out super far behind in lanes, it might be a bit of an issue. Obviously, nothing to completely say that they've all lost at this point, but definitely leading. The main exception being Medusa. Benny's having a good game.
Yeah, if I could choose to win the draft or win the lanes, I'd choose win the lanes every single time because sometimes it just invalidates everything else about the draft.
Right. As back towards mid again. Actually, they're keeping some pretty good pressure on, but it'll be a creep wave underneath the tower here for Mini. And meanwhile, Kunkka goes on over, picks up the bottle runes, and he's like, hey, you block my camp, I'm going to take yours. What do you think about that, Invoker?
Gonna do a little investigating while he's here, too. All right, cool. No bounty rune. I'll go right back. Inkswell down bottom, though. They don't like it. they didn't like the look of that play.
No, that's Danger Town.
Just back to healing.
That's some good dance moves. I like that. But yeah, they are going to keep this next creep most likely. Head on back into the lane. But with the force back and big jump in there. Stun hits and able to get the first blood. Easy peasy with the boat.
Yo, the commitment with the TP coming into, he's just like, I don't care. I just like, Ogre's not getting here in time. Very good stuff there. Man, Mini, rough start here is KXY, aka Faker. He's level 7 already. Not even 6 on the Invoker.
Yeah, that is not what you want to see.
Now Widge up top, though.
Oh, turnaround.
Nice.
Finds the kill. Very well done.
2 points in the little shredder as well.
Yeah, it's a ton of minus armor. And actually might be able to find a kill on KXY back towards mid. Right clicks come through, and he lives on 27 HP.
How greedy? How greedy? Jupiter's coming in.
Oh, Manny, get out of there. Run away.
No.
Gotta get out.
Jupiter's behind him, though.
Yeah, but he's got the bot. He should be okay there. Surely, Trent.
Oh.
Eat your own. Done. Damn, dude.
If only it had spawned top.
All right. Mid is lost.
I can say with confidence the middle lane has not gone well.
That's a problem right there.
Oh, hey, check it out, guys. They got a stack in their triangle. Which gives it a ping. Says, yo, KXY, what do you think, huh? I got 2 points in Nature's Grasp. We could kill the Snapfire while we're at it.
You know, actually, I feel like giving this Invoker, like, he's fine with this, right? This is just a double stack. He's getting a full wave. Whatever. Oh, and actually, Arms goes down up top.
All right, yeah, he's fine with it now. That's for sure. Which is just like, my dude, I was busy. We're farming a double stack.
Oh,
all right,
Mini.
well, Mini.
Back towards mid again. He does have Invoke try to ghost walk out, but they already have the sentry down. Not going to happen. Poor Mini Invoker. Everybody hyped them up. All I'm saying, caster panel curse. It's a real thing. Is Betty goes down bottom. Full movement in.
Who hasn't died this game? All right, we got cores dropping.
A lot of
it's only
SG.
6 deaths. My math is very fast, saying that there's about approximately 4 people.
Yeah,
that's not true.
It's a lot of the same people, though.
We got half and half here.
A lot of them are poor old Mini. Benny still trying to keep up with the farm right now, but pretty far behind at this point. Dude, Trent, I don't know. This is really going off the rails. If they don't solve this quick, misses the tornado back towards mid and has the haste road. LTH just walks away.
Oh, don't turn
afterwards. Burn. Oh my God, Inkswell wants to run him down. They're in trouble, and they still have the X after all of this. If they want to go for anything else, X is going to connect. They have Torrent back up in a moment. Going to land. Have the boat afterwards. Jupiter, right on into it. Get together. The kill is out. Or Jupiter. Yeah.
Oh, they're feeling it, man. They're spamming the voice lines, taking their kills. He free-handed a ghost ship. How often do you see that anymore? Everyone's always waiting for their spells, going for the guaranteed stuff. He's like, nah, I'm going to hit it. Cookie right on into it.
Oh. About 9 minutes, and it's a 3,000 gold lead all of a sudden. This is looking rather rough.
But the draft.
I know, the draft. It was looking so good. But now it's not. Well,
There's so much pressure on this next smoke gonna mid here. Like, I imagine Beastmaster TPs for this because I feel like they really need a win.
yes, they need something. Like, just, you know, an urn for
he's
Mini.
salving. He was so low.
Oh, and smoke breaks. They spot him there. A little bit of zigging when they should have zagged, and they're going to get nothing. Oh, maybe.
Hiko.
Hold on. Okay. Thought about going around with the Doom. They're out of mana now. Oh, they're not going to get him. Oh, Trent. Oh, no.
He's so fast.
He's a quick boy.
He's a Falcon Blade.
Yeah.
This
That
man's
is
a
cool
legend.
build. That's an awesome build. I like that a lot. Like, yeah, I would go Phase Falcon Blade.
I mean, Doom has a big sword. It feels wrong not buying one.
Oh my god, just walked into Doom, Widge, the giant tree from hell comes out. He's level 6, overgrowth onto both. I don't know about this one, Trent. This is looking, Apu Kings are in the struggle. It is tough. Chase down, wants to walk out of there. Do they have enough for the kill? The Falcon Blade will not be denied.
No,
But-
no. Benny?
Beastmaster.
Beastmaster. Get in the tower. Let's go.
There it is. Go. Tries to get out. Benny comes in, finishes them off. All right. They get the tier 1 tower at the same time and manage to get a return kill onto Doom. That's huge.
Yeah, I mean, it all started with an attempted kill on him, and, well, it ended with a successful kill. So, I believe that has shrunk the lead some. It was 3K when all these shenanigans started, right? So, good news in the end for Apu Kings. This Kunkka is humongous, though. Like 30% net worth higher or something than the next closest rating hero.
Yeah, this armlet build is very scary. Going into the BKB afterwards, like the timing on this, what are they even gonna have? I mean, it's like all the damage is gonna come from like Beastmaster and I guess Medusa, kinda. I don't know. We will see.
It's so hard as Invoker, too, because he has no earn charges. Because like all the ganks keep failing, you know?
Yeah.
He's 0-3-0. This item, it doesn't work that well without charges, unfortunately.
No, and the kill that they did get on that Doom, like, he died beforehand, so it didn't end up working.
Anyone but
XY?
Kunkka, please. Not the armlet Kunkka Ogre X.
All right, they're going to try. They try to bring him down. Everything dropped. He's got the rum buff, Trent. He has the rum buff. He is slowly walking away. Don't let him get away with it. Not like this. They get the tree at the very least.
I would just like to point out that this is versus a tree with 0 points in living armor, and that was still Kunkka's HP.
Yeah. All right. Apu Kings, they bring 5. They're going to take down this tower, Trent. This is a big move. This is the type of thing that they need to do.
Arms
Will they
coming in
find
only
any
a
more
quarter duration.
afterwards? Gotta be careful. Roar is out. Now the walk. They get the disarm.
Oh,
Doom comes
good
in
deny.
for the deny. All right. It's a big place coming in right there. That's Doom down. That's tower taken. Just like that.
Yeah, Arms came in with a quarter of meta left, so he doesn't have it left for any sort of a actual pressure onto the tower.
Wow.
And you know, Mini might have died, but he got a couple charges.
There you go.
Yep.
Always look on the bright side. Bare necessities, Trent.
Doop, doop, doop. How about a centaur and a roar, maybe? You know, minute. We got a little combo with some snapfire kisses. I imagine that's when we'll probably see the next attempt. So 35 seconds.
Yeah, that could be good. And I think that, you know, if there's one thing that we've seen from Apu Kings here is that they're willing to, you know, go all in together with all these auras that they've got, and try and just like blow up that one here. They're bringing 3 into the triangle right now.
Yeah, they're doing it again. They're trio. Okay, if they catch TB, this will be amazing.
Can they? He's
Oh,
heading
that
over.
ward. Good ward. Good
Gets
ward.
vision, looking for it. Tornado lift up. TPs. Can they get there in time? Nobody's even showing up. He's dead.
Whew. Completely out of mana. No chance for any sort of like sunder or turnaround there. So needed. That was risky because they're playing opposite side of their Beastmaster, right? Not really the way you'd expect. They also didn't even have the kisses back up. They were like 2 seconds on CD when they're still stunning and trying to kill that TV. So to me, that was kind of risky going in with like very minimal options there. But hey, they got the kill in the end. He regained his charge. That was the first one of their smokes that really felt that successful. But they must be out of the
Another one. Looks on in, trying to find that little touch and gets the kill. Well, you know what they say, Trent. Fortune favors the bold. And Kings feeling pretty bold right now.
And what has been the response from SG in all this? I guess they've just been leaning back a little bit because they went Midas on their Doom, so he's just kind of chilling. Kunkka just going BKB, so maybe doesn't want to force anything without that. Also because his Doom doesn't have Blink, so doesn't really want to force anything there either. So I guess we're just chilling. Hiko probably going to get the BKB first, too. I would appreciate that as well.
Yeah, that would be very nice. I will say that with like all of this like extra attack speed and stuff, it was actually smacking pretty hard. Pretty neat. I like his build.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. There. He's gonna get found. So Ogre gonna bite the dust, but does still, open up a little bit of space on the map, revealing where all those heroes were. Now looking for a quick little pick off here. Hiko in some trouble. Roar comes out. They got the stomp afterwards. You were talking about this, Trent. The Snapfire kisses.
Look at that combo.
Easy.
Look at the range. I mean, honestly.
Yeah. From downtown.
Nowhere is safe. And a Veil finished up now for Ogre, too. They have a crazy amount of damage in a team fight now. Even without the reduce, obviously. Like, she can be off farming. But you hit that Veil. Pretty big bonus.
Well, I've been impressed with SG's laning. I felt like they were doing really good plays, but it feels like this transition to mid-game, there's a pretty clear skill differential in terms of like how the teams are moving on the map.
Well, I question why they're just not hitting mid-tower with their heroes and with their Kunkka. Like, we saw what happened when they basically threw the entire kitchen sink on him.
Minnie gonna get hit right now. A little unfortunate. Would have been a nice hit, but they drop boat, don't get a kill, and now Apu Kings, I mean, if they want to, they can make a play themselves.
They have a pretty good window, yeah. Before the BKB's done on the Kunkka, it will be excellent to get some fights in here while that Spirit Vessel is really relevant.
Silence is out, stun afterwards, Tornado lift. KXY gonna throw out a Torrent, going to connect, but the cookie! Oh, that combo was nifty. And afterwards, the double Doom. All right, yeah, this is where you got to be in some trouble. They have the X for the pullback on to the Invoker, and don't think anybody's going to get there. Time to deny it. Benny just
was busy. He was right there.
Yeah, just not concerned.
Now you kill this small camp. Well, they hit the double Doom. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
We call the fight win right there. And Widge, no fear. No living armor either. This guy is the aggressive triad player. I can't say I recommend this build, ladies and gentlemen. Living armor is actually a very good spell. Yeah, he has a Terror Blade and a Kunkka. Why does he have this? How many last hits? You have 19 last hits. Why do you have max Nature's Grasp and max Leech Seed?
He's taking stats next. Widge knows it's up. This is the build.
He's just missing his Midas.
Exactly. I mean, he's got 1,000 gold in the bank. I'm saying.
No replay here. Oh, hey, I remember this. This is when they tried to kill Kunkka.
Oh, it's not easy.
Ha ha ha. Although, to his credit, Widge was the savior here.
Right.
You know, he's just like, all right, we'll just make sure this doesn't happen.
This is why you don't go living armor. Bad spell.
And this is why you pick Beastmaster in this lineup. Exactly this.
Yeah. I think also a good punish of the cooldowns. You know, Soulbind down, Doom down. Boat still up, but it's not enough to go and contest this, even if they knew it was happening. So Benny picks up the Aegis.
He's feeling confident. Look where he went. He just whole team went everywhere else. Benny just walked down that hill.
I mean, Benny don't care.
That could have been kind of bad. I don't know.
SG not wanting to go and get into the mess there, but they do have a couple of BKBs online. Terrorblade trying to finish off his as well. only about 300 gold away. So in spite of being down an Aegis, there's still a ton of aggressive potential that can come out from SG. They don't have that blink on Doom, which can oftentimes be that like key thing that sets up with the ink swell and everything else. But I would imagine that comes out next.
Yeah, they can just like passively farm it up.
Yeah.
Speaking of passive farming, LTH got the Philly. You know what's coming this game.
Ooh,
Where we're getting a Dark Portrait. Yeah, versus a Medusa. Yeah.
Sounds very nice.
Little pew pew Medusa action. Maybe even take the Beastmaster. Why not?
See, we've got. Oh, go. Just outside Aurora range. He's got axes though. Ready to break out at a moment's notice. And they're coming to fight. Swine moves in, smoked up. Hawk is going to die. They're in position to break this with the Ogre. Medusa up front and center. Thinking about popping ulti. Gonna drop it right there in front of all of them. Stunned up. The boat comes out, taking a ton of damage as Benny, but Roar afterwards. And that's
They've got
the
Doom.
Aegis down and doesn't have Stone Gaze on the other end of this. Oh, Apu Kings, where you all going? They're in some trouble. The Overgrowth afterwards connects onto everybody. They've also caught Mini on the Invoker, who's going to get ran down and dead. And for Serve next, XY, not going to catch him off the side. So
All right, he
in
goes
the end,
crazy. How did he just hold Doom that entire time?
I mean, didn't need it, right?
That's actually so painful for Apu, though, because, like, now they can just go out again with Doom.
Well, it's, you know, what we talked about. You have these BKBs, and, like, what's the answer to deal with that? I don't think that they've got an Apu Kings.
I also
least
think
at the
that
moment.
that was pretty greedy sending your Medusa up that far, even, like,
Right.
you know, even with an Aegis and stuff. Because, like, what's your answer? As you said, like, you're thinking that maybe you're going to get a tornado to cover her or something before the Aegis drops, hopefully, and they can just BKB through that. If the moment looks good.
Right. Gotta be careful. The net's down. They got Roar and 8. Trying to move in. Done. Silence. Chasing. But won't be able to find him yet.
They made a
get
call.
the LTH instead.
Yeah, he said, I saw like some of his allies coming, and then they all just immediately turned back. I think they got told, don't come. Like, do not come for me.
Right.
I'm going to run the other way. I do not want to be saved. Please don't waste Doom right now. He wants the soul bind Doom. He wants to hit the plays again in 20 seconds.
Well, to be fair, it's going to be really good. They've got Blink Dagger done now. So, time is nigh. That Grove Bow for Benny. Also has a BD.
So, if Doom just, like, gets Inkswelled, blinks, and stomps, let's just say he popped BKB. What is their answer? They have Roar.
Yep.
Yep.
That's it.
Manta, I guess. Maybe Benny hits a sick Manta, and he doesn't want to Doom or something.
I think cookies can kind of mess up some of that initiation as well. Like, I've seen a couple of
maybe.
nice plays with like cookie and manta illusions, so that they think that's the real one. Okay. Got it. Oh, hello. How's it going? They got their eyes on you. Chase down comes. Dead. SG, 7K gold lead.
They actually pinged the high ground like, oh, they must have had a ward. It's the only way.
600 gold away from Scotty right now on Benny. That'll make a big difference.
I mean, Benny is just, I don't know. He's just the one thing they've got right now. But
Yeah.
I feel like it's still, he needs like 2 more items. And a courier.
Right. Because that ain't alive. Bitch. They're on top of him. Sunstrike afterwards. Eco trying to jump in, but breaking the Blink Dagger. Nicely played. Gets the Stone Form afterwards. Arms is moving in, though. They're in some trouble. Has the Manta afterwards, but it's not going to be enough. Gonna get caught. Gonna get killed. Oh, that hurts. Couldn't even finish the Scotty.
It reminds me of like Razors and Death Prophets that are sent to the forefront and they just die to like Lasso or X because they don't have a BKB. Like,
Right.
If Medusa's offered up a new Xer, what do her options become when she
Oh
gets
my
X by
God.
Kunkka? She has no options.
They found Jupiter in the trees. Oh, that feels terrible. He's just trying to hide and make a life for himself. Not gonna happen. Heads up play by Eco finds him there in the trees. So yeah, that's a tough one now.
Wee Tuffy. Yep. Oh man, Hiko even has the Grove Bow. This guy's sick. This build. I mean,
Dire's bottom
reducing the magic resistance too, just infernal blading.
Deadly. Midas back up. XY afterwards going for the AC. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like this Invoker is too far behind. Trying to go for the Lincolns afterwards, like Spirit Vessel, Midas, and that's it. Level 15 right now. It's not going well.
Yeah, unfortunately, someone has to buy it this game, so I get it.
Yeah.
It's just not going to feel very good. But all for my Medusa. That's their chance. They're going to get their Scotty. They need the next Aegis. They should have vision on it because they have the Beastmaster, obviously. So they should at least know when it spawns at the very least. They should know if SG are contesting.
Right?
But it's a 10k lead. There's an AC just finished up on that Kunkka too, so that's going to cancel out some of the stuff that Benny's been grinding towards here.
I mean, I guess on the plus side, you can still kill off those illusions at the moment, and likely will be able to continuously, as Arms has not gone for any evasion as of yet. But one thing that is a little bit alarming is going to be that reflection. Like, I think Benny has to save the Manta for reflection, because otherwise he's just going to kill his teammates.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yep.
is under attack.
But they're going for a Lotus at least on Beast. That'll be helpful.
Radiant's bottom tower has
Bottom.
fallen.
Take down the tower. And if they want now, secure that outpost as well. And Doom is going to do just that.
Dire's
Going for the
middle tower
Aghanim
is under
Scepter
attack.
next.
Radiant's
Yikes!
bottom
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's some serious value when it comes to the Grimstroke Soulbind. All right. Let me think how to win this game
tower is under
as
attack.
African Kings. I mean, the
Alacrity.
pickoff potential's there. I mean, the Medusa can get absolutely massive. There's no doubt about that. That is always going to be a concern. Thinking about the Ags there with the stone. That's always pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to, like, get a little bit more team fight out of their heroes. I feel like this tree has just been absolutely wrecking them. You know, those big overgrowths to keep people in place, the Kunkka stuff. So, yeah, that Ags does feel like it's going to be fairly necessary. But they retake their own outpost. I think they only missed out on about a minute of experience there. Okay, Tornado lift up, but X pulls back. Perfectly fine. Trade off farm whenever possible.
Get those spider legs too.
Here they go. Getting ready to head in.
Oh, he got
Spot
caught.
him. Roar. Right clicks. Everything dropped. He's dead. Big kill.
That really was. I mean, they just sat there all together as 5, and you know what? Roche is up in a couple seconds. They could force a buyback here. This could be the beginning of the turn.
Okay. All right.
Get Kunkka back in. Win the fight. There he is.
See it. Snapfire ulti coming out. Hiko pops the BKB. Wants to turn and fight there. To get the lift up
Well,
on
of course
to
he
the
finds
tree.
a regen. Really?
Yeah, that's insane. But can they just walk into the pit right now? Oh, they found the ogre. That's a buyback that comes afterwards.
Go Purge
Say the
Creep.
Banisher too. Looking for a chase. They kill off the Helm of the Dominator. Sunstrike afterwards, looking for vision, not finding anything. They still have Stone Gaze.
Is under attack.
God, these illusions are hard to deal with, though.
They really are.
Roar back up in 20. Are they really taking Roche right now? This is kind of crazy.
Yeah, Mini's set for this.
Nice job, Minnie. Well done. Like to see that. Tornado lift up only hits an illusion. Arms still heading in. They got to walk in there, but they're not going to get in time. And the double doom comes out. Oh no, just like that. All the hopes and dreams taken away as they're going to lose the Medusa. They're going to lose everybody, Trent. Everybody's dying. The Beastmaster, the sole survivor. Valky just has to look on in dismay as the bodies are littered around him.
I saw him just like considering the ulti, just like turning, thinking about it, and then just silence. Doomed. See ya.
Oh, there's no safety here for you. Let me summon another boar so I can Midas it, Valky. He's gonna even pop the BKB. The roar for the runaway. Oh, the creeps are on him though. Get out of there. All right, they're gonna leave him be.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Oh, nice. Let's go.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah.
We got the meteor damage.
Radiant structures are falling.
Minnie's gonna save this game.
Dire's structures
Oh, okay.
You know, that's our big turnaround, right?
There's a chance. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Radiant's middle
Gotta
tower
find something.
has fallen.
That's true.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle
18,000 gold lead. 18 to 22. Yeah, I'm struggling to see. I was about to say that. Well, maybe they're gonna get Grimstroke eggs, but no, it's the other team that needs that and a bit more.
Yeah, that's true. You should be able to dark portrait your ally too.
Oh, I like that. That might make it broken.
Well, yeah.
Do you think Grimstroke mid would be a thing if you could dark portrait your carry?
Bring it back. Bring back the E-Blade Grimstroke with Ags.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably with the right strategies.
I feel like it'd be pretty cool.
Also known as Terrorblade. Like,
Yeah, fair. All right, Medusa has Ags. This is where it all turns around, Trent. It's a
Ag
19k
shard.
gold lead. Yes.
the dream.
Oh, that's a good point. That could be cool. Some cold-blooded action.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it is a dataless Terrorblade, and they have like no way to deal with him.
We also have shards on everyone but TB on SG.
Okay.
We got all kinds of fun abilities happening here.
I think they're just gonna run bottom. I don't think they care.
What appear
Not.
you are quite correct here. They seem to have abandoned their base and will suffer the consequence.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Oh,
under attack.
anyone without CPs? No, we're all good.
Meta coming in. Trying to build up that axe damage. These illusions standing
Yeah.
tall. That is a down Rax. Oh, Benny. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Oh, no. Oh, no.
The ink
Oh,
swell
my
dispel.
goodness gracious. Not getting to play Dota never felt so bad. Oh, wowsies. And that is going to be a dead Medusa, a dead Ogre. They got Shard on Kunkka. Everybody's falling.
Tower is under attack. Radiant's
And Wage way in the back here.
Radiant's bottom
Just waiting by their fountain.
Eco. They know no.
Dire's top tower
But this is going to be 2 sets of racks and likely more, barring some type of a miracle hold here. Some type
Just-
of miracle hold happens.
Yeah, just patience, honestly.
Dire's top
Okay.
tower has
They're just like, yeah, all right. Not worth.
Don't want to overextend and get caught out. That would be terrible.
Take a little roundabout way, regen up a little bit, and then we can start poking in. Still have 25 seconds on Medusa's backup. Really the only hero you're concerned about.
Axes. Catching themselves. A little Kunkka action. Sunder's team? Okay.
Got an Aegis?
As the Aegis, going to be coming back again in just a moment. All right, this is their time. Can they do it? Cookie. Valky trying to get out, trying to escape. And the disarm is there. Inkswell afterwards, but they found the back line. Hiko jumps in. That BKB pop for the Beastmaster. Sunstrike afterwards gets the kill. Okay.
Just lasted so long, KXY was completely out of mana. He couldn't contribute anything else. And, obviously their Kunkka's been pretty key to this game.
He is started with the lead in mid and just never looked back.
I mean, they have 0 BKBs. Isn't that just like Kunkka's dream? Just like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
They just don't do anything, huh? That's pretty awesome. Oh, I can just stun him? Oh, nice.
Now, I've been waiting for the like anticipation of the cookie, and then he like torrents further forward. I guess he did it with the ghost ship already.
It's true.
So.
Yeah, he did boat a cookie. That was pretty. That's even better.
Boda Cookie sounds like a Zoomer band.
Boat a cookie. Yeah, it really does.
Well, for now, Kings thinking on their sins of the laning stage, reminiscing about all the things that could have been.
What were their sins? Mini sinned mid, that's for sure. He's in the confession booth. Forgive me, Father, for I have fed.
I feel like I can't even blame him, you know? Like, in a way, it's a hard matchup.
Yeah, no doubt. But I mean, if you're going to first phase Invoker, surely Kunkka's on the list of heroes you need to be ready for. He's like
It's
the
true.
one that comes up.
Yeah,
I wasn't ready for this Kunkka, though.
No. XY definitely put it on a show here. This game number 1. And, I mean, this would be huge if they could manage to swing an upset here. That would absolutely shake up the standings completely, because SG is still one of those teams that has not won a game. Apu King of Kings, 2-1 so far in the league. Go.
It would. Oh.
Gonna get roared. Oh, here comes the Sunder. Nope.
Okay. Soulbind
not
used.
to.
They actually got their big kill. That's pretty crazy.
Have we counted them out too early?
No.
Okay, got it. Sick.
Once the Rapier's out, then I'll declare we count them out too early.
Oh, where's
Benny
the
makes it
rapier?
to Rapier.
Okay. Yeah, he's still thinking about a Lincoln's at the moment. Not
I
sure
mean,
if that's going to get it done.
He probably still wants like a Satanic, maybe a BKB, but you know, this guy gets a Rapier, I'll believe.
Hearing some cookie shenanigans.
Yeah, SG have zero reason to do anything but prepare for Roche. I appreciate their willingness to be this far up on the map, though. But honestly, like, what is there to gain right here? Go hit your neutrals too.
Look at Jupiter, by the way. See this build?
Oh, the Dagon. Oh, nice for the illusions.
Cataclysm out, down to half HP. KXY in some trouble, trying to finish him off. Will they be able to? No! And the Torrent is going to connect boat afterwards. Oh, he was so close. Oh,
Go
he's not
ship
leaving
fleet.
the boat area. The dock has landed. That's not what docks do. Trent,
No.
they're still looking for more.
He's the Admiral. He brought the fleet.
It's true. Well, heading back in towards top again. How much meta we got left here? It's about half duration. That's a
also
little
have
scary.
2 Dooms and 2 BKBs, and well, there's no one to roar now, so I think you just go and slay.
They're ready to go in and finish this one off here.
Oh, watch Benny. He's gonna be so sad. Minnie needs to hit this Lincoln's.
Oh my god, they just killed.
Oh,
Oh
he
my God,
tried.
they killed him
he
with the
Lincoln's the
reflection.
illusion.
Unreal. They go in. GG is called. I'm pretty sure that they killed the ogre with the reflection Medusa. That hurts.
Yes.
That hurts.
Yes, they did. He took 1,650 damage from it.
Wow. Dang. That was a fantastically executed beatdown by SG, and not what I was expecting coming in. Before this, they hadn't won a series, and they just come on in and take down Apu King of Kings. Impressive showing.
Yeah.
Trent, quick thoughts about
They-
what we saw.
They obviously lost the lanes, but I think even with the lost lanes, you saw how they took that first Roche of the Beastmaster, and you're just like, oh, okay, never mind. They, this is the plan. This is what they need. Sure, it didn't start out that great, but then it just, they totally blew that fight. The top tier 2 tower. Medusa lost the Aegis without them spending really anything, and then
Yeah.
of course the secondary engagement just can't go their way, and from there, SG controlled the rest of the game.
Well, an impressive showing from SG. We'll see if they can continue that streak going into game number 2. For now, we're going to have to head on back to that wonderful panel we got. Hear what they have to say about it.
Thank you, Lyrical. Thank you, Trent. And Astini Bowie. Is today really the day of upsets? Because I feel like there's some magic in the air.
I mean, I think most of the things we were kind of scared about were really nicely played by SG. You know, the Doom that I said could be too greedy. He only had 1 point in Devour, had a super aggressive build. They really pressured the Dusa, and I think that helped a lot. Invoker just got destroyed mid. They rotated, didn't really get the Kunkka kill. Then they killed the Invoker, so things snowballed. And SG just played really well. I think we have to give it to them. They, as Tina said, they needed a 9 out of 10, and I think they did just that.
Yeah, that was kind of my follow-up question for Estini. Was that a 9 out of 10?
I'd say, yeah, they did a 9 out of 10, but also Apo Kings feels like they did a 3 out of 10, which is not what we were expecting because we hyped so much Mini's Invoker and then he just got solo killed. It's not something that you're expecting even on a bad matchup because that's the reason they pick Invoker first phase because he knows how to play all the matchups near to perfection. So he's supposed maybe to draw a matchup that he should lose because he's just like a god at the hero. But at this match, you couldn't see the mini we've seen before on the Invoker.
Yeah, you can see like the Kunkka was really enjoying his game. 6-1 and 17 in the end, becoming a bit of a nuisance as well for Apo Kings to deal with. TB getting the game he was looking for, but when we were discussing the draft, we were pretty confident about Apo Kings. I think all of us were saying Apo Kings is going to win this one. What do you think was the turning point of this game one when things started to come apart?
I think the laning stage, honestly. Like, there was this really tiny window from 9 minutes to 14, where SG was a little bit AFK and was scared for them. But they were actually going back for the Midas on the Doom. But once they got that, they pretty much just did what they had to do. They contested Roche really well. They defended the tier 2 with the BKB timing of the Terrorblade. I think that was probably the biggest turnaround because there was Aegis for King of Kings, and even still, they were not able to start getting those tier 2s. Instead, they lose the Aegis very quickly. And that kind of just snowballed against them, I think.
Yeah, I would go also for the laning stage because it really changed their plans on the game, but they should have adapted with having a bad lane, and they played the same way having a bad lane. So they did Roche, well, it's amazing, but you are like 6k behind and you're trying to take a tier 2 tower,
Yeah,
you should be farming with that Aegis, not looking for a team fight. No matter if you have Aegis, you so behind, you can't kill a Kunkka. No matter if you have 5 lives at the Dusa, you don't have the damage. So they should have played on a slower pace since they lost the laning stage, but no, they kept with the same game plan. They didn't adapt.
Yeah, I agree. I think they didn't read the game really well. They just, I mean, we're King of Kings. We're destroying every game, so we should be strong enough. But yeah, that really killed the Bania's game, I think, being killed twice there.
Yeah, I also think like the moments of the top lane when they gave away the Aegis in front of the tier 2 tower maybe communicated that they were feeling maybe a bit ahead of themselves, because when I mentioned in the draft about all the attack speed and getting Medusa online, I think that's exactly what they thought at that moment, that we're stronger than the opponent is, and then completely underestimated the capability of SG.
Yeah, they were too cocky. They didn't really perceive the game as it was. So that was really costly.
So and they didn't even they didn't even use the Dune on that team fight, which makes it so weird. And you're like, okay, they would never win the team fight if they didn't even use Dune. So it was like on their faces that they were playing too aggressive and they should calm down and farm. But it was too late to learn that.
Outside of the draft, I think I'm going to go back to player performance and the story that I was kind of going on with Valky at the start of game one or before game one. How do you think he performed on the Beastmaster? And do you feel like his hero pool is going to be a potential asset in game two when we go to the draft?
Go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think he played okay. Like, that lane is not easy for the Beastmaster. Like, usually when there's a Beastmaster on the enemy team, the opponents, they really need to pick how to say, like, an answer for the Beastmaster in a way, and usually you see the gyros or the Terrorblades. So that's not necessarily an easy lane for the Beastmaster. I think overall he did a good job. I think the team decisions on the side of King of Kings were probably the biggest reason why they lost, besides obviously the lane that was kind of a disastrous. But you do expect the Invoker to lose that lane, not as hard as he did, and you do expect the Beastmaster to not go as poor as he went.
Well, with that being said and done, oh yeah, Asti, sorry, actually, you had some thoughts in your mind, right?
No, I was just gonna answer, but to add on that, I think there's like a concept at Dota that you cannot win 3 lanes, or maybe you can, but you should not try to win 3 lanes, because you see one lane is losing and you try to help that lane. But then you had 2 lanes that were going well and you lose the 3 lanes because you tried to save the lane that was going bad. So what happened at the mid lane really destroyed also Valky's game, because Snapfire had to help Mini, also the Ogre had to help Mini, so you leave Aduza alone, Beastmaster alone when he wants to take the tower, and they couldn't play the silence because they focused on trying to recover the mid lane, and they failed also on that.
So what we're kind of looking at is a possible domino effect that actually happened. So one thing leading to another was the downfall of the laning stage. But we are going to be taking a tiny break, and with these thoughts, I think we have some magic looming in the air potentially as SG. They took the first map off of Apu Kings. Can they do what Hokori did earlier on today? We'll find out after the break.